Good morning, everybody. Welcome along. It's Saturday. Oh, yes. The great weekend begins here today. The great debate. What are you going to be doing? I'd like a few suggestions of what to do this weekend. Put the comments down below. Would be very, very nice. As I'm nurse-free this weekend, so that means if I feel up to it, I could go outside that front door into the merry world that is life and start living again. I can't see that happening. And we were looking at mobility scooters yesterday. I'm not sure. I'm thinking they'll be easier for me than my mobility scooter is. That doesn't make sense. Rather than my electric wheelchair. I'm just too scared to use my wheelchair after the last episode. I know it was a few months ago. I went to see Dr. B and nearly crashed her office to bits. Nearly took the lift out in the hospital. And then I accidentally ran over my foot whilst I was getting back in the ambulance with the ambulance crew. Twice. And when you do something like that, the pain threshold was probably the same as giving birth to a child. Yeah. Very bloody painful. But it's overcoming the element of fear. That's what it is. Yeah. It doesn't help when you've got Tracy and Siobhan walking in front of you either. No. It's a bit daunting, to say the least. Any ideas of how I can get out? How I can escape the rat race of everyday life? I'd love to escape the day and fly away somewhere. Just like Peter Pan did with that Tinkerbell thing of his. That Tinkerbell thing was what was it, a fairy? Yeah. I got a fairy. Tracy says, you're a big fairy. Thanks. You still haven't come up with a competition for these boys and girls, have you? I know. What would you do if you live with it? What would you do? Eh? I mean, take yesterday, for example. Because it was payday and she's been told by the nurse to stay off her feet. She's got a lovely pair of stockings on, surgical stockings, compressed her feet. Been told whenever she gets a chance to put her feet up. So there's good old Gary said he'd buy her a Chinese. All right, she's got to go and collect it. Well, I was treated disgustingly yesterday. I couldn't believe it. So I said, Sonic, you do your own Chinese. You get it out the freezer and cook it yourself then. I don't know. Got to think before you say things to me. Good old me. Yes. Yeah, well, there you go. What are you going to be doing at the weekend? I've just asked you that, haven't I? See, that's because I've got nothing to go back on. I've had no messages, apart from the normal, from Rob and Angie. Lovely to see the pictures of Rosie on Facebook yesterday. She's looking good. I will show you a picture at some point of our new kitten we're getting. It's called Tango. He looks more like a pig. No, he does. I will put it on Facebook today so you can have a look at him, see what you think. Got to say hello to Lucy as well. It's a lot of work James is doing, isn't it, for his final GCSEs. Wow, I suppose he's got to get all that sorted out before the summer holidays when he's out on his wash monster. If you don't know what a wash monster is, you never will. No. Got to say hello to Danzo the Gnome. Good old Danzo. Have you been on my profile on Twitter and seen him? No? What are you doing? Get over onto my Twitter account and look for Danzo the Gnome. Give him a follow. Tell him that Gary sent you. Yeah, Gary from Gary's Daily Blog. Let's just say he's a bit mad. That's Danzo, not the owner. Danzo's a bit mad, a bit of a mad gnome. He does some classic classic pictures of, or just classic things. Simple things that you'd never take notice of. I don't take notice of anything. I don't. You sent me a lovely birthday greeting in the form of a photo of himself and... Oh, it's all right. I wonder who that was this time of the morning going out. You are nosy, aren't you, Gary? Yeah, I'll pick it up off my daughter and her friend Nicole. Because they're nosy, the pair of them.
Oh, what about this one?
Now, Tracy and Siobhan are looking at cars. Nicole's got a car. God help me when she starts driving it.
Oh,
God
it's manual.
help me when Siobhan starts driving. But anyway, right, I'm going to go and watch whatever Tracy puts on telly. Start off with the chase. And then, hopefully at 10 o'clock, there'll be something on ITV 3 or 2 to watch. Because it's the weekend. But we will see. Might have some more carry-on films. And then, that is it. Be listening to Paul Williams at 11 o'clock on V2 Radio. Oh, yes, for the weekend selection, whatever he calls it. They've had a shift around as well. Fridays, Cratchit is not doing drive time anymore. He's doing breakfast with Millie. Yeah, I know. Can't believe it. Anyway, I shall talk to you tomorrow, all right? Ta-ra.